right now, Your Honor, is that we have essentially a sit-in. We have people who have locked themselves into a fire station that is county property at this point in time. By operation of law, that fire station is county property. They have locked themselves in. They have taken property out of station number 57, which also was transferred to the county by operation of law, and put that property, I don't know where, but that property is also county property. There's funds that have been improperly transferred from the district's bank account to Mr. Briggs's bank account.
Well, we dealt with those funds at the last hearing.
Well, those funds are still sitting in Mr. Briggs's bank account.
Which was the court's order that they remain there untouched.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so what I'm asking for, Your Honor, is not that the property here be transferred back to the county. I recognize the sensitivities of the situation here. What I'm asking for is a standstill, that we preserve all of the assets that everybody is fighting over, the money, the property, the equipment. We preserve it all. And we keep both sides away. That's what my injunction asks for. It doesn't say give it to the county.
I understand that. So let's talk specifically about the basis for this request.
The basis for the request, Your Honor, is that we have people who are unlawfully occupying that property right now.
But that was the case when we were here last time, and we agreed that everything would remain as is until there was something else, or we came back to the court on the substantive issues, which I thought would be tomorrow.
On the substantive issues, right, and I tried to get this hearing set for tomorrow, Your Honor, but I didn't want to be here this morning either. For efficiency, I thought it would be better to all be handled tomorrow as well. So all I'm asking for is essentially for all the property and equipment to be returned to the fire station, and for the people to leave the fire station, not so the county can go in, so we can lock it up and preserve everything. That is what I'm asking.
What is the basis for that request?
The basis for that is the people that are in there, as shown by our papers. We've had threats from Mr. Van Bibber that the property might be damaged. We have individuals in there that are, they admit that they are messing with the equipment. We have social media postings of people trying on the equipment, playing with the equipment. I don't know what they're doing in there. But the fear is that the equipment's going to be lost, damaged, stolen. We don't know.
And what brought this on to bring you here today?
These issues have been pending for the last couple of weeks, Your Honor. This situation has been in place for a couple of weeks. At a certain point, this situation needs to end. There is no singular event that has happened in the last 2 weeks to bring us here today. There's no singular event. I'm not claiming that there is, and there's no singular event set forth in our papers. But it is certainly a buildup of events. And otherwise, we're left with a situation where we have this fire station being occupied for, I don't know how long, until this case, the 2019 validation case, is somehow resolved. All I'm asking for is that, for everybody's sake in this case, we preserve the assets with nobody getting access to it. Because again, if, as the county's position is, the district is dissolved, and this property is damaged, lost, stolen, who is the county going to go after? There's no longer a district for us to go after. There's no longer the board for us to go after. There's any number of individuals who have come and gone from that fire station over the last couple of weeks. And we'd be left trying to track down exactly who that was, when they were there, what they did, if that's even possible. Then going after those individuals to try and seek some sort of compensation for damaging, stealing, what have you, property that lawfully belongs to the county. To prevent that, it's better to just lock everything up and keep both sides away. I'm not sure how long this process could play out, which is why I felt the need to bring this application, because frankly, the situation of having people locked into a fire station for what could be several months or longer, I don't think is ideal for anyone.
First and foremost, there's no urgency. We agreed when we were here last time to maintain the status quo. That's what we've been doing. In addition, as you know from the opposition papers...
Yes, but counsel has made it clear that, and I agree, it wasn't clear as to when that would end.
Okay.
And the county, when they left here, was not under the impression that they had agreed to maintain the status quo, whatever that is, in perpetuity until these cases are over, until the appeals are over. It wasn't clear.
That the county is essentially doing an eviction action on ex parte notice to try to get people out. As you know from Chief Van Bibber's declaration, not only is the speculation, it's rank speculation and hearsay, that he said something. He didn't do it. He denies it in the strongest terms. And Fire Chief Meacham says he overheard it from somebody else. It was a report from somebody. That's all hearsay. You actually have the fire chief who's at the station running it saying nothing of the sort was ever spoken. And by the way, we continue to do our normal procedures every day. Everything's accounted for. Everything's operating properly. We remain ready to answer any calls if they come in. That's hardly interfering. These are public servants. There is a legitimate dispute over whether the district still exists. That doesn't make these people squatters, station ready to...
They are at the station, but they are not answering calls, right?
If the calls come in, they answer them.
No, they are not answering calls because the county is answering calls. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so because there is a legitimate dispute, they are not answering calls. So the argument that they are legitimately there, like they are supposed to be there to answer calls, is not an appropriate argument.
Much of this is an attack on me. Told the court where the money is, it's sitting in a trust account. It remains sitting in the trust account. The suggestion that anything would happen without a valid court order is outrageous and offensive. And it's equally offensive that the men and women who have dedicated their lives to protecting and serving the Julian-Cuyamaca community would be doing any harm whatsoever to the equipment is also outrageous. At the same time, being prosecuted for abandoning your post.
No, it's not. No, let's not go down that road, Mr. Briggs. Okay, I don't want you to go down that road. Okay.
I need to make sure that the court's aware.
Well, I am aware, but don't go down that road, okay? If they're just doing their job. Because no, they are not doing their job right now because there is a legitimate dispute that needs to be resolved in the court.
We agree.
And not through self-help.
We agree.
I'm going to ask the parties to step outside to see if you can reach some agreement before I make a ruling. Okay?
Your Honor, the agreement, and Mr. Briggs can correct me if I inadvertently misstate anything, that that the people who are currently in the fire station, people acting on behalf of the fire district, will allow individuals from the county fire authority, up to 3 individuals, to come in and inspect the property and the equipment on a daily basis. Any reports, written documentation of what is present at the fire station, the state of the fire station, will be given to Mr. Briggs so he can share it with his clients, so everybody is aware of both sides of what exactly the status of the property and equipment is. Both sides will provide each other with all information that they have pertaining to the bank accounts that belong to the district up until the time of the recording of the certificate of completion. The folks acting on behalf of the fire district will provide the county with an inventory of any property and equipment that was taken from station number 57 and brought to station number 56. The people representing the fire district will keep a log of personnel who are coming into and out of the station, not general members of the public, but people who are coming there, staying at the station on behalf of the district, and that the employees who I believe are ambulance drivers and individuals that Mr. Briggs was looking to get paid out of the district funds, once they provide us with the information regarding those employees, that we will have those employees paid within 15 days. Did I miss anything?
It's mostly correct, just a couple nuances. So the county is also going to give my office an accounting of any property that they would have taken from station 57 or 56 if in fact that happened. The inspectors will be unarmed inspectors, but to the extent that they are inspecting anything like pharmaceuticals or other things that require special certification or training for handling, they will have those qualifications. The folks on site are not going to give unauthorized people access to medications and things like that. They can't do it under federal law. So those inspectors will have those trainings. The inspections will be daily. All of the impressions of the inspectors will be documented, and that will be provided to my office same day. We're aiming to have the inspections at a set time. These aren't surprise inspections, they'll be scheduled. And the inspectors can start up trucks and look at equipment and make sure that everything's being maintained and kept up the way it normally would under any normal circumstances.
I'm not sure that my client is willing to agree to have that in place until we get the merits resolved, but certainly for the next 30 days, Your Honor. And we can, if we can reach agreement to have this agreement remain in place pending resolution, then we will do so. But certainly for the next 30 days, this agreement will remain in place.
Do both parties have confidence that this agreement is workable?
We do.
We do.
Because what I don't want to happen is that this will create more opportunities for you to come back into court on issues related to the logs, the inspections, who comes, who has what certification. I don't want to create more issues. Are both sides also agreeable to toning down the...
Rhetoric?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
As much as we can, absolutely.
What does that mean, Mr. Briggs?
It means that some of the evidence that you were given is not from my client. It's from people who are sympathetic.
But when people are sympathetic, they're getting it from somewhere.
I'm simply being candid with the court. I can't control third parties. My clients have issued 2 statements. That's it. And they posted.
Well, I want you to go out and have a conversation with your clients because I think they can do a better job of controlling it.
Your Honor, I just want to put one clarification on the record. I think Mr. Briggs is certainly aware of this, but the individuals who will be inspecting the property on behalf of the county fire authority contracts with CAL FIRE. So these firefighters, these individuals will be CAL FIRE county employees. Mr. Briggs is aware of that, but I just wanted to put that on the record so everybody was on the same page.
All right, and I expect everybody to be professional, courteous, and mindful of the fact that the court is monitoring this matter when the inspections are held, and at all times for that matter, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because let's just let the process work, the judicial process work.